Today we're working on a 2010 Subaru Outback, the same generation, 2010 to 2014. We're doing two things, but they're going to be two different videos, so depending on what you're watching, we're either going to be replacing a ground strap underneath the ground wire, or we're going to be taking a look at the exhaust manifold gaskets and replacing those if they are dirty. Now, to access both those things, the ground strap on this side is pretty easy to get to. The ground strap on this side is really hard to get to. We need to lower the exhaust manifold system. And if we're replacing the gaskets, we have to do that too. And to do that, we have to unplug our oxygen sensors because they're wired from the exhaust manifold, the exhaust system, up to the top of the engine. And we can't lower the exhaust manifold, it's going to pull on those wires. So these wires are right over here. They are these two plugs. So these two plugs have to be undone. To get a little more space, we're going to remove the Airbox intake thing here. There's just two little snaps that hold that down. Alright, we have both of these unplugged. I want to emphasize that it's important to be gentle with those because if you break them, it's a big pain to get that fixed. Now, the next thing is, don't drop it out yet because we're attached down here still. For us, we've already bent down here and we broke off the snap. That's why that's replaced with a zip tie. We're just going to pop those off, cut that zip tie, and then we will be good to lower this exhaust manifold. Alright, so we have it popped out of those two places. These wires are now completely detached and we're ready to lower the exhaust manifold. We can actually already see a broken ground wire. I lost it. There it is. That is a ground wire that's broken right off. We're going to have to replace that. I want to mention that you can unscrew the oxygen sensors straight out of the exhaust manifold. However, those are normally really rusted in there and very hard to get out. And typically it's just easier to unplug them from up top and then drop it down. So next we're going to go under the car. Alright, here we are under the car. Exhaust manifold goes around to both sides. Now, right up here, there's 3 bolts, 1, 2, and then another one down over here. There's the angle for it. Now, these are 14mm bolts on both sides. There's 3 of them on each side. There's 6 total. Once we unscrew these, this thing's going to be ready to dangle a little bit. So just be prepared to catch the weight of it. Also, if you've been recently running your car, it's going to be very, very, very hot. It will burn you. So make sure you let it cool before you go and actually start touching anything. But next we're going to start loosening these 14mm bolts and drop this down. Another thing we did is we lowered this plastic dirt shield just because it's kind of going to be in the way for when we drop this down.
You want these all the way down?
Yeah.
This is like, you see my cheek here?
So your engine ground wires are normally at the front corners of your engine. And they're just right inside from the valve cover. They run from the frame to right there. And they do that on both sides. So you see on this other side, it runs from tip of my finger here to tip of my finger there. Let it go back into focus. We'll even zoom in. There's one, and then there's the other. That one's broken off, so that's the one we're going to replace. This one was fine, and normally if they're about to break off, they'd probably be worth replacing, but this looks like it's still going to be good for a long time. So we're going to leave that one, and we're going to replace the other one. So to replace the ground wire, we have to take off these 2 bolts where they are attached. These are both 10mm on pretty much every Subaru ever. So we're going to go ahead and loosen these both off. Here is our replacement part. Most auto shops will sell some sort of universal engine ground wire strap. It's important to get the braided one, just like the one that was already on there. And the other thing is length. These are pretty short. I think anything over 9 inches will fit Most replacements they sell, so there's totally going to be enough room. I think this one's 15. So we'll go ahead and reinstall the 2 bolts to put this one back on. I want to make one other note. These do not have to be tightened down super tight. You do not want to strip these bolts. That's going to be really annoying. You're going to have to drill a whole new hole and thread it into that and do all sorts of weird, terrible stuff. The other thing I want to mention is if your replacement is much longer than your original, like this one is, make sure it's not going to eventually drop down on anything important and get caught in something or burn up on the exhaust manifold. So we're going to check that when we reinstall the exhaust manifold. Is this eventually going to drop onto it? I think it's going to be way out of the way. If it is, you're going to have to find somewhere to tie it up to hold it out of that direction, and you may want to re-angle which way these are facing to make that work best, because you don't want a lot of pressure. You don't want it, bent like this. You're going to want to turn these heads so that there's not going to be a tear here immediately after replacing it. Anyways, now that we have this replaced, our final step is just to reinstall the exhaust manifold. So now we are reinstalling the exhaust manifold. We had it pushed up and we started the nuts by hand just to make sure they weren't cross-threaded or anything, and then these get torqued to 25 foot-pounds on a 2010. I think it's the same for 2010 through 2014, but you can always do a quick Google just to double check. And if you took down your splash guard, make sure to snap that back in. Don't forget to pop your wire hangers back into place either. And then definitely do not forget to plug in your oxygen sensors again. There's 2 different plugs and they only fit with the right thing. They look different on the inside. So just look at what it's plugging into, look at what's plugging into it. They'll match because they're both different. And if you took off your airbox intake, just put that piece of plastic back on there. After you do that, just look back through everything you just worked on, and you are done.